Hello, welcome. It's our Wednesday night spiritual topics and oops, excuse me, something happened there. It's our Wednesday night spiritual topics and mini card readings. Tonight we're going to be talking about tarot spreads. And this is pretty much at a beginner's level if you're learning the tarot cards. I mean, I think it's interesting, uh, even if you're not learning the cards, but to kind of understand the ins and outs of reading. So, boy, okay, great. We have people here already. Lauren and Leah, Alex Marie, Lisa. So some new people are showing up. That's good. And Lauren, you're a regular here. So my name's Mary Lee Tretnero, Boston Intuitive. I have been reading in the Boston area for the last 25 years. I'm a psychic medium. I'm a intuitive reader. I read tarot, and I also do pet readings. And I do most of my work remote right now. So FaceTime, Zoom, and Skype. So anywhere in the world, you can get a reading with me. So, and also you can find me on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, and LinkedIn. And if you like this show, if you could click on the like button, because that just helps, it helps the program like all the way around and kind of gets the word out to people. So as I said, tonight we're going to be talking about tarot spreads. And what that is, it's a way of laying out the cards. It organizes the reading, and it sort of organizes it past, present, future is the most typical, but also other questions. Tonight we're probably just going to do one card and 3 card spreads. And if we have time, we'll do 6 card spread, but really it's just a card combination of the past, present, future. So we don't really have to do that. Hi, Karen. So for people who have stopped by the show before, this is the way I organize it. In the beginning, we do the spiritual topic and have a discussion. And I use the chat box as part of the, a way of interacting and exchanging ideas. Then at the second half of the show is when I do the mini readings. And the only rule there, well, I guess there's 2 rules. One is I'm only doing tarot readings, so I'm not doing mediumship. It's very hard to do that in 2 minutes. And my other rule is that it has to be, whatever question you ask me, it has to be something that I can answer in 2 minutes. So what I'll do is I don't take your questions now. I take your questions in the second half, and I will let you know when, like, I'm open for doing the mini readings, and then I'll just have you, put your question, just one question, in the chat box, and then I'll try to do as many as I can. Now, I did want to say, for the chat box question tonight. What I thought I'd put in there is, do you want me to continue doing tarot related shows? Do you want me to mix it up and do, a variety of things? Is there any specific topic that you'd like to see? And I am going to do some mediumship shows on my Facebook cover page. There's a list of what I'm going to be doing over the next month. So, but I'd really be interested in what is it that you'd like to see, any feedback like you would want to give me, and then I'll set up the future programs based on what you're asking for. But let's see. So tonight I'll be using, when we do the mini readings, this is the mini tarot, and I explained last week, this is the one I use 2 decks when I'm reading all the time. And I use this deck And I use this one, which is called the Zen Osho Tarot. But tonight I'm going to be reading with, this is the Diamond Tarot, and it also has the Rider-Waite deck in the middle. So I'm going to stay with that theme for a while, and then I'll go back to using different decks again. So let's see who else has shown up. So we have Rhonda, and hi Miho, and Betsy, hi Betsy, and Karen. So I do want to say one thing, and I actually didn't get any feedback about this, but I did, I'm always tuning into spirit, so I get little messages throughout the day. And earlier today, I heard the word taboo, and I thought, I wonder what I'm hearing the word taboo for. And so I kind of meditated on it for a little bit. And what I think it is that last week when I was talking about the tarot, I think I was being maybe a little bit irreverent about the tarot. I was talking about whether other people should hold your deck or pull cards from your deck, or the reader exclusively just working with their own deck and nobody touches it. That's part of the I'll say the culture of tarot, and I in no way meant to pay it short shrift. I love all of the traditions that come with tarot, and I think I was making a little bit light of it. I didn't mean to do that. I also the other thing I talked about was what was the second thing? Handling the deck, and also the part about somebody giving you a deck. Well, that is a really time-honored tradition, and I was remiss in joking about that, because I didn't, sometimes I'm a Pisces, but I'm also a Capricorn, and sometimes I could be a little bit too Eeyore about things, and so I did not mean to offend any of the tarot readers that follow, whatever ritual you follow. I honor that. So, I just wanted to put that out there. I have a lot of reverence, for the work that we do. And so let me just stop here for a second. Hi, Colleen and Amanda and Shanice. Hello. And wonderful Wednesday to you too. And Lisa Cheever Brassett. Oh, I love your jacket. Oh, thank you. Yes. I like this jacket, and I don't get enough. I don't get to wear it enough. Usually in the beginning of the show, I'll also talk about where the moon is, because I like the idea of using moon energy to manifest. So, with new moons, it's new beginnings. You can start. It's good to start a new venture or a new habit or new project under a new moon. And it's also good with a full moon to like refine and sort of recalibrate. And so we have a full moon. It's called the snow moon in Virgo, and that's on the 27th this month. I want to give you a couple more dates. That's the full moon. And then we have the next new moon is in Pisces. That's March 13th, if you want to put these in your calendar. And full moon in Libra is March 28th. So I am just starting to use moon energy, and so I'm experimenting with it, and I'll let you know how it works for me as well. And so the full moon isn't only a time for completions. As I said, it's a time of like refining your goal further. It's also a time for you to release anything that isn't working, and it gives you time to release it and move on. So the full moon, between full moons, 29.5 days, and This full moon is Virgo energy, so it rules organization. So it's details, it's strategy, and so it's this full moon is pushing us to like restructure our lives in order to better manifest. And also, let's see, just for the sake of those of you who are not astrologists, which I'm kind of a hobby astrologist, it is when we have a full moon, the sun is in Pisces, the moon is in Virgo, so it's opposite on a zodiac chart. And here's some questions you could ask yourself about the as we go into this Virgo full moon. How can I make more time for creative expression? How can I make better time management to help me focus on my goals, focus on and achieve my goals? And then, am I focused enough? Am I leaving enough room in my life for the universe to step in and sort of do its thing? So, so those are the couple things I wanted to get started with. Now, tonight's topic is tarot spreads. Again, my name's Mary Lee Tretnero with Boston Intuitive. And the tarot spreads are a way of organizing the psychic information that you're getting. So it creates order. And a spread is used for very specific reasons. So we might be using it as a predictive tool. We might be using it as a way of making a decision between a couple of choices. We also, we might be trying to understand a situation better. And so we're laying out cards in a spread, which tells us, the answer that we're looking for. What's important is that you set an intention and that you're very clear when you are pulling cards. Why are you pulling them? If you're vague, you don't get a good answer. The saying goes, ask a clear question, get a clear answer. Ask a good question, get a good answer. But if you're vague, it doesn't. You get a vague answer. And also, for those of you who ever try to hide what your intention is, it doesn't work, because it all works on energy and intention. And if your intention is to hide, like, I'm married, but I'm going to ask you about, a lover, or I'm going to ask, and I don't mean, I'm going to ask you to see if you can tell me that I'm married. That kind of stuff actually doesn't work really well with the whole psychic, I mean, you would think that psychics could see through everybody that does that. But just by the mere fact that you're trying to hide something, there's something in the metaphysical world that allows you to hide things. So if your intention is to hide it, then, that psychic may not be able to read that for you. So let me just check here and see what else we have. Prince by, me too. Okay, my son loved the moon. Nicole Randy. So exciting, I won't be working the next full moon. So you can howl at the moon, Randy. So Team Libra. That's cool, Shanice. You've got my interest here. You got night intrigue. Alicia, hi. I think you're also a new person. Okay, so now when you're beginning to learn the cards, really try to keep things as simple as possible, because what you're trying to do is you're trying to learn the cards, and 78 cards is a lot of cards to learn. So you have the 22 major arcana, and then you have the rest of the deck is kind of like a regular, playing card deck. It's got 4 suits, and it's got court cards, and it has, ace and 1 through 10. So but it's enough to learn the meanings. Never mind, give yourself a really complicated spread on top of it. So I would advise that you just stay with really easy spreads in the very beginning. So, and once you feel like you have some sense of mastery over it, then I would move on to things that are more complicated. Um, all right. I mean, so some more complicated things. You could do a 12-month spread. You could also, there's something that's called the Celtic Cross, which is a very traditional tarot spread. But I really, really, really wouldn't advise you to tackle that one until you feel comfortable with the cards, because I think it was Lauren last week said that it sounds very overwhelming. And we were just talking tarot tips. And, it can be too much information, and you are on a very high learning curve, when you're beginning with tarot. So, part of it is, what's coming up from within you. What is your intuition and your psychic senses telling you? But the other part about it is having some idea what this card means. So, if you don't know at all what this card means, it's okay. I mean, that's also a way of learning the tarot, just what there catches your eye. Energetically, you can see that it's a very bright card. It's a happy card. The colors are all happy. So, got my train of thought, but anyway, yeah, just reading the cards isn't. Oh, I know. I was talking about not knowing the meanings of cards. That's a way of studying it. Just developing all your own meanings. I think it's good if you're beginning to have some basis, but ultimately it's what is on the card. It's attracting your attention. That is psychic. So let me just stop again here. So we have Donna. Oh, we are Alicia. Shanice says, I've read that pulling 3 cards is best for beginners. It's said to represent the past, present, and future. Do you agree? Yes, I do. And I'm going to show you a couple of examples of that. Absolutely. I think, 3 cards. You can even do 2 cards. So here is, all right, let me just reach over here. Okay. So I have a couple of 2-card spreads, and we played this game once earlier on, and this is what's beginning and what's ending. So, okay, now I know this works because we did this last week. So, I think I have this set up a little different. Okay, what's beginning and what's ending. So, now you can use this to learn, or you can use this to really find out some interesting things in your life. So my intention is I want to find out what's beginning for me and what's ending. What am I releasing? What am I moving on from? So first card is going to be what's beginning. This is a 2-card spread. Okay. That's really nice. What's beginning? And let's see, what is ending in my life? All right. So I'm going to say, let's see. All right. So I'm going to say, here we have the World card. This is of the 22 major arcana. This is the last card. This is the culmination. This is where everything is everything, it's a completion. And so what's beginning in my life? I'm going to be connecting dots. I'm going to have, I'm going to figure out some missing pieces to the puzzle. This is also a card that talks about international. It's the world card. So I may have some kind of international influence. What's beginning in international? So that's this. Okay, what's ending? Well, this is pretty interesting card to have here, because this is, I use it for nostalgia, which is a common meaning of it. So ending nostalgia, which may mean, okay, now I'm getting, I'm starting to get back to being practical. The other thing here is that this is my past life card. So what's ending? Maybe I've completed some karma. So you can see it's interesting, and it helps you learn the cards, but it also gives you some good insights. So this is a 2-card spread. So what's ending, what's beginning. Okay, this is another 2-card spread. And this one, it's a little bit more, this is when you have an option between 2 choices. Or yeah, you have 2 choices. You can go this direction or you can go that direction. Like say I was going to move. Option 1, should I move out of state? Option 2, should I not move? Is that right? I confuse myself with this one, but it's just so that this is like, okay, I can go in 2 different directions. So again, whoops, let me get some new cards out here. So option 1, okay, option 2. So option 1 about moving is me being naive. Like maybe not realizing all of the work that is involved. It also may mean, like that it's a pretty comprehensive decision. Maybe I'm avoiding something else. Believe it or not, you can get all that information out of these cards. This is also option 1 could be have a good sense of humor, about this question. That's what this card means. So option 2, should I move? Should I stay put? This is, whatever option 2 is, this is happiness. It says that you're getting what you want. So of these 2, option 2 is the more positive. This one, this is me being naive, is not a really good, I wouldn't say, of the 2, this is the better choice. But this is for 2 cards, and you have, two different ways that you could go. Now, Shanice had mentioned the 3 cards, past, present, future. And this is a very, if I was, I think I used the example of, carrying your cards in your purse, and maybe you just have some time and you're curious about something and you want to pull a few cards on it. So past, present, future, it's really easy. You don't have to, you don't need a big space. And I'm going to say this is, I think this is a favorite of a lot of psychics. If you like, you don't have time to do a comprehensive spread. So this is great. Okay, so I'm going to, let's see, past, present, future. I'm trying to think if I should ask a question. I think I'm going to. Okay, my question is, I'm going to ask the same question, should I move? So my past card is this one. It says, I've been thinking about it. This is current. This would say I'm pretty happy with the way things are already. It could also mean, the thought of moving makes me happy. The 10 of Cups, most happiness highest happiness card that you could have. Fulfillment. It can be family. It can be marriage. Okay, so should I move? And the future card on that is, oh my God, the future card is karmic. It might be karmic. So nostalgia, I'll be thinking about the past. I might get homesick. But I'm wondering if this isn't the next karmic lesson. It has something to do with moving. If I want to go back to the past here, this card also represents, something more about life is being offered to you. Are you going to accept it, or not accept it? So you're still thinking about it. The emotion might be, if I stayed here, maybe I would have more intimate relationships with the people that I know, the people that I interact with. Am I ready, to take on that higher level of emotion? So lots of, you learn a lot this way. You learn a lot of good insights about yourself. All right. And the last one, this is, now Shanice, this is also a 3-card spread. But this is a little bit different. This is where, intention is important, because you can use the 3-card spread for other things too. So, okay, I will check on all of you guys shortly. Let me just go ahead and finish this. Okay, so another way of using the 3-card spread is, this is the situation, this is the obstacle, and then 3 is what advice is there about like overcoming this obstacle. It could be situation, obstacle, it could be outcome, but that's sort of up to you what you want to do here. So I'm going to use the situation, obstacle, advice. Obstacle, whatever the challenge is. Okay, so first card, here's the situation is, all right. That's socializing, being with friends. Can also be engagement, but I'm going to say it's, your social life, going out with the girls or your friend circle. Okay, obstacle. Interesting. That's a disillusionment card. That's also the evening. Disillusionment. Friends, disillusionment. This is like celebrating without having any particular reason to celebrate. It's just getting together. And then the advice is, I'm going to say sort of take it one day at a time. So here we are. We're kind of we're not out of COVID yet, but we are, turning some corners, having the vaccines available. So wanting to socialize, disillusioned maybe. I want to, or I don't want to have to stay home anymore. I don't want to not go out and meet my friends. But this is cautioning, just take it slowly. This is a 2. So, in numerology, 1s and 2s are beginnings, 9s and 10s are completions or endings. So we've got a 3 and a 2 here. So that would be one meaning of these cards. So, there's other things. The thing about card reading is that if another psychic looked at these 3 cards, it could mean something completely different to them, and they could be actually just as right as I am. you know, we did this experiment one time when I was working at the Regina Russell Tea Room, and I was taking a tarot class, and so all the cards were laid out in the spread in the center of the table, and all the psychics kind of gathered around. There were 16 of us that worked out of that tea room, and so all of the psychics, maybe about 8 of us, were standing around. And each of us, we went around and we said what we saw on the cards. And, you know, because all of us psychics have different backgrounds, we all, you know, some of it was overlapping, but a lot of it also was very individual. So I'm going to look back at the little box here and see what else is in here. So we got that, Lynn, and can't understand your name. I'm sorry. It looks like it's Goff Saganpan. Hello. I'm sorry if I mispronounce your name. So we have Cher Griffin. You can do is tell people where to locate the live sessions. Button to be available and the whole time missing the event. What? I'm sorry, Cher. Okay. I'm sorry, Cher. I'm not really understanding your thing. I mean, I think I understand. I'm not a good technical person, so I actually end up having the same question that you're talking about. So I will figure it out for next week. I'm pretty sure I understand what you're talking about. I'm just not a techie. Okay, Cynthia. Oh, that's fine, Cynthia. What are the names of the cards? What are the names? Oh, so these cards are called the Diamond Tarot. And in the middle is the Rider-Waite deck, which is why I use it. But it also has a very nice border. And my psychic ability really responds to color. So I use this deck as one of my primary decks. So that is for you, Anita. Shanice, move to Texas. Yes, move to Texas. My sister-in-law is in Texas. I would love to move to Texas. Elizabeth, how do you get a reading? Elizabeth, we're just about ready to start. So what I'll have you do, as soon as I say go, is then you put your question in there. It has to be something that I can answer in 2 minutes. Okay, Brad Wolf, I thought I blocked you, and please do not. Please don't come back. Please, I appreciate that if you would. You're not interested in what I'm doing, so please don't. Please don't come back. Diana, can you tell me about my? Okay, not yet. Shortly, I've been on emotion. Okay. Okay, please, Brad, just leave. Randy, why are you here? Okay, thank you, Randy. Yeah, okay, how do you get a reading? Oh, I think I answered that. Y'all can definitely go then or be respectful. All right. Who's being disrespectful? There's a gentleman here who's making a very obscene question, and he did it last week too, so we're just going to ignore him because he shouldn't be here anyways. So now, after we finish this first part, ready to go on to the second part. I will do as many readings as I can. They're 2 minutes. Go ahead and put your question in there. It has to be a brief question because I can't. I am trying to do as many as I can. And okay, all righty. So let's see who we have here. Okay, we're going to start with Elizabeth. Will I get promoted and will my... Nope, just one question, not 2. So, will you get promoted? All right. So I'm going to do the 3-card spread that I showed you. Well, I'm going to tell you, Elizabeth, you have wonderful money cards here. So, all of it's business. So I would say yes. Um, I mean, in terms of timing, there's a card here that is a 3 month card. There might be a little bit of a wait. But also, this is about structure and, um, okay, there's something about timing. Timing might throw you off. But no, I think yes. Yes, Elizabeth, your cards are all good money cards, so I think that's an indication of a yes. Okay, Rhonda. Okay, Rhonda Sullivan, I'm just going to pull 3 cards for you. Let's see what we get. Okay. You know, first it says you have options. And then it says that if you hold on too tight to what you already have, the universe has trouble giving you new things. Then it talks about being under a lot of stress. So I'm feeling like I want to tell you to relax. This is not the right time to stress yourself out. And I feel like things are going to come together for you, Rhonda, but in a different way than you have in mind. But I feel like you're stressing yourself out. So while you're waiting, you know, you can be of the mindset of not being okay, or you can figure out, like, how can I be patient? What can I say to myself, you know, during this time period where I'm waiting? So I'm just going to leave you with try to be peaceful and try to relax, and don't stress yourself out. Okay, Shanice, well, okay. Okay, let's see what this we get on that. I feel like they're both looking forward to it, actually. So we have 2 new beginning cards here, and I don't know, new mindset is showing me what's going on right now. And okay, so unfortunately, this card here means that things could go either way. So the Lover's card means more than just relationships. This has to do with situations as well, where things could go either way. But this is 2 new beginnings. So there's like a financial new beginning, and then there's mindset. I think there a lot more is going to get accomplished than what you think. I think it's going to get easier for them to kind of establish new footing. And I'm going to say it'll be better than it used to be between them. So I'm going to leave you with that. It looks positive to me. Okay, Stessie, for you today. Okay, so Stessie just wants cards for her today. Ooh, okay. You know, sometimes we're gearing ourselves up for a fight, and it looks like you might be doing that. Maybe you're getting ready to say something that's long overdue. Okay. There's something that needs to be talked about. And, you know, sometimes when we have a confrontation that we have to do, it doesn't have to be confrontational. You know, it's just that there's something that we have to confront. So, so how I'm hearing this is you have to get this out in the open. That there's something you can't hold it in anymore. Okay. You know, specifically what I just got is you're trying to express yourself on a business decision, and it's almost like you just can't make yourself, you know, like make your thoughts or your opinion come out of your mouth. So I'll say speak up. I hope that is helpful. Anita. Okay, Anita, let me just say that you said here, I'm wondering if you mean this year, how can I best get through this Yome, Y-O-M-E? So I'm going to ask you if you could clarify that just so that I answer the right question. Leah brought, I'm dreaming about death for the last 2 nights. What does this mean? Well, you know that, Leah, death means, it means change. It means rebirth. So, I mean, it can be prescient. You know, you might be getting a death also, but so I'm going to be psychic about it. I just told you what the card meant. Okay, there's a lot of priorities that you have, and you're trying to sort it all out. It's almost like you're needing to start all over again. I want to like recreate my life. So it does sound like it's a rebirth. The cards here, you're trying to take care of yourself better. And I feel like this is like making a change. And this is a change for the better. And I also feel like you're moving on in life. Now, if somebody dies, that means that card was prescient, but it's not coming up here. Now, I will say if there is somebody who's anticipated to cross over, I think that they will be. But I'm not really getting that is what the dream is about for you. What does that mean? Okay. It's anticipated if it's about death. Okay. Will it work out? Us together. Will it work out? Us together. Cynthia, will it work out? Us together. I'm going to make an assumption here because okay, it's going to take you by surprise. And I feel like there's a man who's pretty sure what he's looking for. There may be like a trip, but it shows you moving away from difficulties in a man rushing towards you. Okay. For some reason, I'm hearing the word complicit. You might be complicit in a misunderstanding. So you Cynthia, need to take care of you. Don't take care of him first and you second. Take care of you first. I do feel it being kind of a roller coaster ride. I feel like it also has something to do with what you're willing to tolerate. Will it work out for us together? So that's what I get around your question. Keisha, what signs, messages from my spirit guides might I be missing? Okay, let's see what we have. How are you doing, Keisha? All right. So I think this is like people in general, that you might bend over backwards for people, but you won't do that for you. Like you, uh, I think what you do is for other people, if they ask something of you or you notice that they need, um, there's something that they need, you'll bend over backwards and make sure that they get it. But for yourself, you'll just be dismissive and say, "Oh, I don't need that." So, so what you might be missing is uh, they want you. Spirit guides want you to listen to your heart, uh, and to take on what your needs are. I heard it as good needs. What your needs are, your good needs are. Okay. Also, I don't know who's taking it away from you to decide for yourself. Okay. So there is also a person who isn't telling you the truth. And I feel like you need to get to the bottom of that. And I'm going to say that that person who's not telling you the truth is somebody that you don't need in your life anymore. So that's a couple of messages your spirit guides had for you. Okay, so now let's see. Can you please tell me about my online business? Working on hope for success. Okay, we can do that. I'm very curious about, I don't want to like mispronounce your name. It looks like Golf Saint Genpan. So I apologize if I did. All right. All right. Online business. Well, there is a lot of personal growth happening, and I also feel like a lot to be thankful about. Okay, so I said personal growth, and with your business, about your online business, I feel somebody that you are working with, it may not be, like shoulder to shoulder. It may be, like a vendor or a client, but I feel like there's some constructive criticism that you need to give. And it feels like things are going to work out. And I also feel this is like a quickness card. So a quickening. It also means everything's going in the right direction. It's all lined up together. So I feel good about your online business. Now, what's interesting is the outcome isn't money, but it is, this may be a karmic, karmic lesson or something, like accomplishing some karma and moving on. But this looks really, I want to say this is powerful. I'm going to say it's really going in the right direction. I feel like just keep doing it, keep doing what you're doing. Okay, so Anita. And I know that I asked Anita to clarify something, so I have to go back. How can I best get through this time? Okay. All right. Thank you, Anita, for clarifying that. Well, I'm hearing the word trust. You have a couple of major arcana cards right now, which means this is a very profound, period of time. And I feel like you're thinking it's going to be more awful than it is. This would say right now, this is the Tower card. So this would say it's very disruptive right now. So I can see why you're asking that question. And, the Tower card, it just like kind of throws things into chaos. It can make things, be turned upside down. So this is the present, but this is the future. That was a major arcana card. This is a major arcana card. And this is about timing. It's about seasons. And, like there's a season to, what is the song? For everything, there is a season, turn, turn, turn. So this is telling you that it's temporary, that the Tower card, the disruption, it's going to be time. I don't know that I can give you time, real time specific here, but it's saying that you are going to move on. You're going to groove on. Usually you say move on, but I just heard groove on. Okay. Get in a groove. You're going to do fine. You just have to you know what I just got is that, Anita, you always pay it forward. I think you're a really good person, and you know what? It comes back, like it comes back times 10. So I'm going to say yes, you're going to get through this time. Okay. And I feel like there's somebody, I just heard him, that you're not holding him accountable. And you have to hold him accountable. And once you do that, you'll be able to move on. So I'm going to say the disruption isn't going to last forever. Thank you, Cher. She reported Brad. He is crazy. Okay, Elizabeth. Well, my mom's out. Okay, Elizabeth. I believe you already had a question, so I have to. Okay, Mika Williams. Hello, Mika. Alicia, can I have a card, please, about work? Okay. Okay. All right. So let me clarify this. Can I have a card, please, about work? Okay. I feel like things at your job, I'm not saying that it's with you, but I feel like at your work, things are combative. And I'm going to say it's not okay. I feel like there's a lack of trust. Now, I'm going to show you these cards. This card just means change, and major change, and it can mean rebirth. But this is not trusting. People don't trust there. And then this is conflict. So I feel like don't feel so upset. Everybody's feeling the same way you're feeling. You've got friends. Oh, I just heard you got friends in high places. You're very skeptical. And there's something that you have to say, but you don't know when's the right time to say it. And I'm gonna say also, I feel like you need to keep all your options open. You know, sometimes what happens to all, you know, all of us are subject to this, is sometimes when things aren't going well, we can shut down or shut off. And then there's no progress. Okay, so I feel like you are interested in changing things. So please speak up. So that's what I got for you, Alicia. Micah, any messages for W, please? Okay, so Micah is new to this. So I am just going to pull a couple cards for you. And, oh, and by the way, if anybody wants to leave some feedback and let me know if this made sense to you, that's helpful to me, validation or no validation. I can be wrong. Okay, so we have, for me, any message. Okay. You know, sometimes it's hard for us just to be okay. And I feel like you've been working very hard. But it may feel like it doesn't make any difference, you know, that I'm a hard worker. So this is the future, though. I like this. This is a major arcana card. So this says that this is profound for you. And this is going forward towards your goal. You can tell, you know, the cards that are really powerful and happy and energized, you can tell the difference. So this is saying that you're really worrying. That's just a worry card. It's a worry and a stress card. But this is the outcome. So this is where this is where you are now. You're worrying, maybe not even sleeping, but this is going forward with a lot of energy going towards your goal. One thing that I wanted to mention, I was thinking about this earlier today, that sometimes what happens with the cards is that if you're really emotional, you can think that something is real when it's just your panic. So therefore, your card where it's showing you stressing out, you might just be panicking. It just might be your fear that is causing that, because right next to it was this fabulous Chariot card. So, Micah, I think you're going to be fine. Okay, let's see what we have next. All right. Share. Just to let you know that there's something happening here with the name. So I've got share. If I miss somebody, just let me know. Will I meet my divine soulmate soon? Okay. So there's something that's taking a lot of your energy. I wonder if there's a way I can figure this out. You know, when I get so many comments, it starts. Okay, so sorry. I am sorry about the chat box. It just kind of goes faster than I am going. Okay. Let me just. I feel like you're going through a decision-making period, Cher, that's going to change your love life. And I also feel like you've got to make sure that you know what you're looking for. And I feel like it's going to take you a little time to come out on top. But this is, again, this is the quickening, everything going in the right direction. And I think you've had some really, I'm going to say some mean men or some destructive men, and I feel like that's got to be put behind you. Um, and okay, and then I'm getting healing. So you have to let yourself heal. Okay. So I know that didn't give you timing, but it did say that everything is lined up, you know, in the right direction. Okay, Mika, we already did yours. And Lynn. Okay, well, the property sell soon. All right. So let me just see where we're at. Let me just look. Okay, so I'm at Lynn. Oops. Oh my gosh. Well, no, I won't be able to do that many. I guess I need to be going faster. May I have a card about work? Oops, sorry. I have to do a property one first. Okay, it's only one question per person, but I can't go back and check on this. Well, this is what's hidden. This is a delay. So I feel like there's something that's going on with this property that you need to know about. So I'm not feeling it selling soon, but I feel like there's something hidden. So something that you need to know about. Okay, Lisa wants to know maybe a card about work. All right. So you also have a conflict at your job. I'm not saying that it's your conflict, but there's conflict going on at work. But this is a nice, things get settled. This is like a mediator also. Somebody mediates. So, and I want, what I'm hearing for you is just like take things slowly. Okay. And I feel like you might be overestimating some of your coworkers, or don't overestimate her. Okay, that's what I get for you, Lisa. Oh my God, we got you. Lauren, what do I need to know about my career right now? Okay. Lauren, what does she need to know about her career? I'm just going to speed up here. Well, it shows like you have, there's some options. You're very detail oriented. And I feel like, Lauren, sometimes I hesitate to say things, but this card right there is the outcome. And when I looked at it, there's flagrant abuse at your work, where you work. Okay, so I'm getting something about being self-aware when it comes to work. So what you need to know about your career, okay. I feel that most everybody at where you work, things aren't going to work out for them. And I also feel like you have a lot of influence. So I need to know about your career. So your career, I feel like somebody's either trying to block you or somebody's holding you back. And I don't think it has anything to do with you so much. I just think that there's a lot of people there. I'm feeling like abandoned. And so I'm just going to say, Lauren, maybe rethink some things about your career. Okay, Rachel. Rachel. So it looks like a new job for you. I feel like you have been successful. You've succeeded in your last endeavor. There's like a new job or more money. It could be a raise. And then it says this is doing a balancing act. It can also be doing some part-time work on the side. It can be just doing part-time work for a while. But your energetically, your cards look very good. But I'm going to say beginning stages. It's the beginning stages, early stages of your question. All right, so Miho, Mary, I am Skip. Thank you. What does the universe have? Yeah, you need to tell me if it skipped you, because I can't, for some reason, I can't go back and retrieve some questions. Ooh, you got all ladies in your cards, Miho. What is the, so you're kind of like Mother Earth. You're very good at noticing other people. You like noticing what's going on with them. You're a very good friend. And you know how to say things. Even if it's something that a person doesn't want to hear, you know how to say it. So, I want to say that you have been a good friend, that you have helped people when they have had tragedy, and you have an uplifting effect. So I'll give that to you. Okay. What is my step? Mary Puckett. Oh, Mary is new. What is my stepmom going to end up doing in his life? Okay. What's your stepson? Oops. Well, okay. Mary, first thing I'm hearing is he's faking. And I feel like he's not going to do what he says he's going to do. So you have to figure out, how are you going to know the truth? And in his life, in your stepson's life, there has been some abandonment. I kind of feel like he's not going to change. This card means holding on too tightly to what you already have, and the universe can't give you anything new. So I don't know, Mary. I don't think there's a whole lot that you can do. And I'm going to say this is a situation that's gotten out of hand. And I'm going to say just to be there. But I feel like your stepson's not going to change. Sorry to say that. Okay, David Collins. Hello. Okay. Thank you. Cher's fighting with Brad. Thank you, Cher. Shanice, good, and thank you. David Collins. Anything for me? Okay. David Collins. Well, don't you have all major arcana cards? So I'm going to say this period of time in your life, David, is very profound. You're coming from, this is the past. So you had this disruption, things going topsy-turvy in the past. And now you're at this whole new beginning. I read today that this card is the most powerful card in the whole tarot deck. This is where you are today. Now it says Fool, but it doesn't mean that. What this means is the soul is on a new journey. And so there's like no frame of reference. Everything's new to you. And this is like getting ready, like this figure is getting ready, to kind of jump off the cliff here. that's having faith. So this is very good. Now, this is getting hung up for a while. It can also, yeah, getting hung up for a while. So, okay. So, having said all that, okay, so I feel like you're right at this point of having a whole new way of looking at life. So Mika, I already did you. Mika, I've already done a card for you. Share, okay. For share, yes, all of the videos are on my Boston Intuitive website. So I think that, you know, like after this is finished, I think it's on my website, excuse me, not my website, my Facebook page, my Boston Intuitive Facebook page. I think it's up within 5 or 10 minutes, so you can go back and look at the beginning. Anita, okay, best get through this. Okay, so we answered that. Share, well, I mean, okay, got that. Aaron Smith, career or love, please. So we'll do, well, I'll do career. So I'm going to say, Aaron, that this is a powerful year for you. I feel like you really know what you're doing. I just heard she's not just talking trash; she knows what she's doing. So so that's career. I feel like somebody else, things are kind of going down the drain for them. So I want to say be patient. This is, I say be patient, but then you have this speeded up card. So it's hard to be patient. Okay. When it, I don't want to skip over to your love life, but I just hear you're about to take the plunge again. So that makes me think that it's more about your love life than your career, but I might be wrong. But you're getting ready to take the plunge. But I think you really know what you're doing. Okay, Cynthia, thank you. Oh, good. Cynthia said it makes sense. Hi, Payal. Nice to have you aboard. Jessica. Anything health or relationship for me, please? Okay, this is Jessica. She wants to know health or relation. Well, this is a great card. This is relationship. Now, this can be love, you know, beginning stages of love, you know, like a commitment. You have to move it forward some more. Okay. Okay, and then something about being more ambitious with money. Oh, I don't know if you're going to start talking about marriage. I get you. You might start talking about the altar. I mean, talking is different than, you know, putting a ring on your finger, but you might talk about it. And furthering. I feel like you're going to move your relationship forward some more. So that's what I have for you. Barb, career. Barb, career. And don't you get a money card? All right. Okay, so you have 2 major arcana cards. So we have new beginnings around a job. Then it shows being a little bit hung up. This is you today, a little bit hung up. But this is saying, you know, like this is like an authority card. It's also somebody who's very resourceful. You know, it's like you have all the tools that you need available to you. So, is there, if there is time left? Yeah. So, with career, I'm feel like there may be some delays, but I feel like you have answers. You just sometimes I go too fast. I have to just slow down for a second. Okay, so what I just got with your career, don't let anybody talk you out of something. You need to know what you want. Okay, and whatever you know that you want, don't let anybody tell you otherwise. So that's about your career, to say the least. Okay, thank you, Keisha. Thank you, Micah. I've already read for you. Oh, call me golf. Okay. Anything from Barbie? Wow, thank you. Okay, Barbie. How is this for Mika? I want you don't don't ask any more questions because I'm way behind as it is. So, all right. So we have, oops, Barbie, Volker. What do you have for me? Okay, let's see what we have for Barbie. Okay, so it shows happiness, that you like the basis, the foundation, the past. So Shanice, the past is happiness. This is enough love for happy family life. But right now it's showing, and this is for Barbie, this is disruption. And it can mean, this can also indicate a move, but so this is saying a disruption. Things may be topsy-turvy. This card is called a major arcana card, so this is profound. So it's not a little glitch. It would, be something that's impactful. So this is in the position of now. So if you're not feeling this disruption at the moment, and also I feel something, it's short-lived. This disruption is short-lived. But you might have to spend some money. It might even be a big outlay. Okay. And then I want to say to you, I don't know if this is related or not, but I just heard crack open the champagne. So I don't know if that's related to what I was talking about with the disruption, or if that's something different. But you got both messages. All right. It's my happy birthday, Erin. You're a wonderful Pisces. I'm a Pisces as well. Love it. Okay. Anne Marie. Whoops. Anne Marie. Might tell me about a new job. Okay. Well, okay. So this is saying that you're thinking about everything and thinking about what you're going to do now. This is current. That's the past, what you were thinking about. This is current. So this is, again, one of the most powerful, it is the most powerful card in the tarot deck. And it's in, what you're doing today. So it's a whole new beginning. Other tarot cards come after this. This is, so I feel like life is starting to get really interesting. So, whole new beginning, a new job. Okay. I'm going to say you have to get yourself out there more. So So I feel like I've got to increase the frequency um, of what you're doing. So whatever your efforts are, you may have to double or triple your efforts. And but that's for this moment, you know. So things will change. Um, but the thing that I get for you, Anne Marie, is you've got to get out there. So Mika, okay, David, we got you. Anita, thank you. Okay, where am I? Oops, I'm really gone over. So, all right. You know what? I think I'm going to have to call it a night because I usually will read an extra 15 minutes, but I'm kind of beyond that. And I bet if I look here, yeah, there's a lot of people. Thank you guys all for stopping by. I really appreciate that you have done that. I always do, you know, like a topic in the beginning, and then I do the mini readings at the end. I'm going to have to get myself to speed up, I guess. And also share thank you for what you said, because I think that is something I have to investigate. So have a good week, everybody. Remember that the 27th is a full moon, and use that energy to like refine your goals. And I appreciate everybody coming out tonight. So have a nice evening, and I'll see you next week. Next week, I forget what we're talking about, but it's on my cover. So have a great evening.